Hello everyone, this is Chris Surface here with the SDI Week 3 assignment for FTT 122. Today's date is February 23rd, 2025. The first thing we'll cover is what is the difference between an explosive and a propellant. According to the SDI workbook, Introduction to Ammunition and Basic Ballistics, the main difference between propellant and an explosive is the reaction in which each propagates. This is how fast the kernels burn and how fast the kernels next to them ignite. According to the article in American Rifleman called Ammunition 101, The Basics of a Cartridge, written by Aaron Carter on February 24th, 2022, it states pretty much the same definition. In that article, it quotes the NRA Firearms Sourcebook. The rate of deflagration is what separates smokeless propellants from true explosives. For part 2, I'm asked, should the firearms industry find ways to move from the current propellants? In my opinion, I do not believe we need to move away from current propellants. The current propellants seem to do the job they're designed for, but I also believe that there will be improvements to them. History shows there's always ways to improve, i.e. the various additives that are put in propellants to make them as great as they are now. Also, the research is continuous, especially for improvements in the military aspects. For part 3, I will explain the basic way a primer functions. I also have drawings of the cross sections of Berdan, Boxer, and battery cup primers. These three primers function basically the same with a few differences. The cup is formed from a softer metal which allows the striker or firing pin to dent the cup. As the cup is dented, striking the anvil inside or built inside the primer pocket, the priming compound, which is shock sensitive, ignites due to the tighter space formed from the dent and the inability of the anvil to move. This creates pressure, forcing the burning material through the flash hole or holes, igniting the propellant. The Berdan primer is a standard primer that's used in most of the world excluding the US. It consists of a cup priming compound and a foil or paper cover. The anvil is actually built into the primer pocket of the cartridge itself. Although this design is cheaper to produce and utilizes a double flash hole, making it harder to reload the cartridges, it also comes in a variety of sizes. Here is a drawing of the Berdan primer. Here you have the cup. The blue is the cup around it. It is a slightly curved cup. And inside, the orange is the primer mixture. On top of that, we have the paper disc. As you can see, there is no anvil built inside of this. Next, we have the Boxer primer. It is the standard primer used in the US. The Boxer primer consists of a cup, pyramid-shaped anvil, priming compound, and a foil or paper cover. This can be removed from the cartridge easily to allow it to be reloaded, but they are more costly to make. These also come in 5 sizes: a small pistol, small rifle, large pistol, large rifle, and 50 caliber BMG. Here's a drawing of the Boxer primer. Here the cup is a little more squared. The blue is the cup. The orange is the primer mixture again. The green is the paper foil. And the purple is the pyramid-shaped anvil. The third one we're covering is the battery cup primer. It is used in shotguns and some muzzleloaders. It consists of a smaller cup inside of a larger cup with its own flash hole, an anvil with 2 legs, priming compound, and foil or paper cover. The priming compound and foil cover are located in the inner cup, and these primers are used for shotgun shells with no flash hole or floor. These only come in one size that can be removed easily for reloading. Here is a picture of the battery cup. You have the outer cup here, the square, or the cup here. Inside you have the smaller inner cup, which contains the primer mixture And there is also a paper foil that goes across the top of that prime mixture. Here it has the anvil. The purple is the anvil with the legs and the point here that the primer strikes against. And here is the top is the primer hole cover.